microphone, and your video is not available, right?
Not.
Okay, all right. But I now know that you are here. I sense that connection from Seoul has some weak signal, so it's not that strong now. Maybe this is one of the busiest, busiest time in Seoul. A lot of people are using the internet access. Maybe that's why. Okay, now I think everybody's ready. So now I'd like to start to have discussions on the bilateral development cooperation forestry sector between Korea and Ethiopia. Lessons from KOICA project between Korea University and Wondo College of Forestry and Natural Resources, Hawassa University. The main purpose of including this session is because, as I explained yesterday, that this year is the last year of the project implementation in the context of the current KOICA project. And then this is the last session in terms of the short-term training. So, we thought that it will be good for the participants to share some of the lessons and the challenges that we can share together, so that we can sort of wrap up on what we have been doing and what kind of further opportunities may be available in the future as well. So this is a very informal setting. I didn't ask any speaker to prepare for any presentation. But before start doing, having some discussions, let me just show you the project website, okay, to everybody, so that we can have a sense of what kind of activities we have been doing from the website. I think there will be the good starting point for every speaker in this session can exchange views and opinions of ourselves. So I will share my screen here. Just a second. Okay, everybody can see my screen? Raise your hand if so. Raise your hand if, yeah, okay, good. So I'm sure that, many of you seen this project website, okay? It's available to everybody. And then this project website was established to facilitate, sharing the information among not only Korea University and Hawassa, but among those anybody who may have interest in our activities. So our project has been implemented actually having the various partner organizations. And then I've been always appreciated, active participation of all the partner organizations. As you can see in the Hawassa University side, there is your college. Wondo College is the key partner organization. So it's according to Korean KOICA, project classification. Our project belongs to their project on academic cooperation. That's why two academic institutions are the main players in implementing this project. And then, as I explained yesterday, we are hoping that current and the future role of the academic institutions will be to provide knowledge and the policy insights to the governments and other related partners. So that's why we thought from the beginning that including the Ethiopian government is very, very important. So Commission itself, including Commissioner, has been a very important partner to this project. Also, we have an involvement in the Ethiopian side. GGGI Ethiopia office has been very active. Also, there has been a participation of the UNDP Ethiopia office. Local NGOs, we thought that the local NGOs will be included in the project implementation, but this is a somewhat point that we didn't quite achieve our initial plan to do so at this stage. But in the future, if there is any chance, I'm sure that we'll have a chance to do so. In Korean side, there are many organizations. As you can see today, even the GGGI and then UNDP Seoul Palace Center. They have been actively participated in implementing this organization in this project. Especially in case of GGGI, my team has a formal joint project implemented agreement with the GGGI. So GGGI has secured their active participation even at by the Director General, that's the head of the secretary level as well. And then there is a Green Age organization. This is a Korean NGO led by former Prime Minister, who has been the symbol as the father of the reforestation in Korea. And then CSDLAP, as Dr. Park is representing now, has been actively participate in this project. And then on campus at Korea University, there are two departments who have been involved. First one is Center for Global Climate and Marine Governance, that is directed by myself. And the other one, Institute of Environment and Ecology. And then this one has been represented through mainly lab of Professor Suh-Yong Wan that you met. So this is the organization structure of this project. Considering the amount of the budget that we have been supported by KOICA, actually this is a quite large scale of the participation that we have secured. So once again, in this regard, I would like to express my sincere thanks to every partner organization who has been dedicated to implement this project. We also talked about what has been done in the project. So we started to looking at Ethiopian NDC. This is Ethiopian NDC. Do you know who has helped developing the Ethiopian NDC, which has been regarded as one of the best NDCs available in the world? As to my knowledge, GGGI has helped worked together with the Ethiopian government to develop this. When I was personally involved in GGGI as a council member. So it was a starting point. As you know, that forest sector is the key starting point. This is about reducing mitigation emission, right? Potential. Right, so everything has been presented in a way how and why that the forest sector is important in terms of implementing NDC. And then this is some of the details of your Ethiopian NDC, and that this is a starting point. And then we came to your college that looking at what we can do in the context of strengthening the education and research, and what will be the ultimate influence of these activities. And then, of course, we are hoping that we can help Ethiopia as a whole to better address climate change. To do so, as I explained to you yesterday, there are several 5 project activity components, right? Curriculum improvement, teaching materials, laboratories, capacity building for the government officers, and outcome sharing. Okay, here, as I said, the teaching materials. Many of these workshops speakers are the authors or will be the authors of the teaching materials. Okay, so we publish the teaching materials, and then teaching materials, all the files are available in this project website. So I will show you some of them, just a second. So if you come to this website later on, I'm sure you have done it. For instance, if you come here and download, you can, if you click on this, you can download the file. And then this is the front page of this document. It takes some time, and then it looks really good. This is first publication was mine, and with my student at the time. So there are so far 6 publications. We will add 3 more this year. So this is one of the key activities we have done. I already explained about the curriculum improvement, teaching materials, laboratories, and then strengthening government officers, and then the outcome sharing yesterday, right? So and then throughout implementing our project, we have done a lot of activities actually, and these are some of the examples that we have done for the last more than 2 years, and then including this year, in total 3 years. Actually, we have been pretty active in carrying out activities. For instance, even in Seoul, this is one of the example that we organized a workshop in Seoul among the experts available in Korea, in the context of how to ensure the quality. That if we want to do something, then we always organize a similar workshops in advance in Korea, so that we check any quality or any issues that we have to consider in order to bring the better quality of cooperation with the Hawassa University and then your government. So and then whenever we organize this, we didn't spend a lot of money to organize this in principle, because many of them attended the workshop on the voluntary basis. So we already had a pretty good participation. This person is a former environment minister of Korea, and then this person is a head of the secretary of the GGGI, Dr. Frank Riesberman, and then former Vice Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Shin, and then some other familiar faces that you can see. So we have been very active. And then I showed you another picture that we took last year in Madrid, after we organized the side event in the COP. And our side events, even in the Madrid, has been regarded as the best events in that area. It is not just organizing thing. We ensure the quality of the activities all the time. It was only possible because we had once again full participation and support of partners organizations, especially Hawassa University. So and then, as I said yesterday, this year when we finished our project, first of all, even the GGGI mentioned the next 12 million US dollars size of the project already several times. That project was based on the ideas we've been talking about. So I'm proud that together with my partners in this project, that we also are achieving some of the challenging goals that we envisions to have. That's the providing government policy recommendations to Ethiopian government. And also, there is another final goal that this project has envisioned to achieve. That's the we want to have your colleges excellent plan to become a leading organization based on our activities, and then some others that we have done together. And then we saw some part of the plan yesterday from the presentation. So this was a very I would say successful and also enjoyable experience, not only by myself, also with many people who have involved in this project. And so let me just now finish showing the screen. So having said that, I still recall my first visit to Hawassa University. There was spring of 2018, And then I came to your college with my team and had a first meeting with your faculty members. I still remember that Dean Motuma was then at the time the associate dean, right? Responsible for research, if I remember correctly. And there was a previous dean, and then a first message that I casted at the time in the meeting with the faculty member is that what we will do will depend on how and what the faculty members of the Hawassa University, Wondo College would like to do. If you have a highest level of political will and interest, then we can make things great. If not, we can just do things still as planned, right? And surprisingly, I still recall that many faculty members of Wondo College shows a big interest. So actually on the way back to Seoul, I told my team, wow, it was very impressive. They have a willingness to work together. That's a good sign. And at the time I heard about the MRB Center a little bit more, and surprising, I don't know whether it was a coincidence or not, this was especially in line with exactly what I have been working very actively, that's Article 6. Okay, MRB is the backbone to establish the mechanism on Article 6. And then your college has been working on it, not only by yourself, also with the collaboration with other leading countries such as Norway. And then I know what is going on at the global level. So it was exactly in line with what we have been thinking about. And also, when I talked to the GGGI about the collaboration on this project, and then, of course, as a global organization, GGGI was aware of your college. And then, even at the time that we knew that there were many government officers in Ethiopia who graduated from your college and are working in the government. So, your college therefore has been the perfect partner with us. By the way, your college is much better than Korea University, in a sense that when we use the emission, the equipment, right? When we tested it, I think last year, your emission level is 360 ppm. Okay, very clean. So if we would use it, maybe 800. 900 ppm. So naturally, you have a more natural endowments. And then I think one speaker mentioned that your college is located in a place where you naturally have a lot of things to do. Okay, so it's very wonderful place if you are interested in writing a journal article and publish in a top journal. Then you have plenty of resources to do so. Okay, and then all the time, we try to develop the system that may be relevant to the local needs, right? So initially, I'm a lawyer. Actually, I have 5 law degrees plus 1 political science degree. But when I was trained, especially in the United States, I got my PhD from Stanford University. And then this university really put a lot of emphasis on the interdisciplinary study. So before going to Stanford, I was a typical lawyer. And then I didn't have any reason to meet a scientist at the time. But now I meet more scientists than scientists. So otherwise, we cannot develop the institution. So that's what I was trained. And I strongly believe that that could be the right direction to do. The other side, scientist also needs to understand the upper level of the structure. That's legal and political, economic, and possibly some others as well. So that you can identify what are the right technology and scientific research that society may want you to carry out. So it'll be a good combination. I thought that that's a naturally very wonderful methodology that we can pursue not only as an academy, but also students, also future leaders of every society. So this is my first opening sort of statement, if I would say, in order to stimulate some of the responses or discussions among the participants in this room. Now, before I would like to ask individuals to say something, let me just introduce the three speakers briefly that you already know well, but I would like to do that. First one, Dean Motuma. Dean Motuma is here. And then Dr. Denabo, who joined this project as a coordinator this year. And then we have very much appreciated his dedication. And then Dr. Denabo is here. And also Dr. Dong-Kyun Park, because of some computer internet connection issue, then we don't see his face, but Dr. Park is here in this room. So based on what I said, now I'd like to give the floor to Dean Motuma, so that we are already 4:20. So maybe we can have some short conversation and wrap up our activities today before trainees will have a survey session by themselves. So Dean Motuma, floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. And also thank you very much, Professor, for the very nice introduction of the project, and also the whole milestone from the start to where we are today, and also introducing the key partners to our audience in the room. I think there are a lot of things that we can learn from this collaboration. As you said, by the time when this project was started, actually, I was not a dean, but I had a very good opportunity to know from the beginning about the project. So even after assuming this office, it was not just such difficult for me to proceed from where it was. And, as you have shown us from some of your project from the project website, what the project was doing was like involvement in the teaching itself through producing teaching materials, which were really contemporary and very important, especially in the climate change and forest discussions, and also the support to our laboratory with greenhouse gas measurement equipment, and the organizing workshops, trainings, giving trainings to our staff, as well as also students, both PhD and MSc, and also the capacity building activity which was being conducted at national level were really in line with the major goals of the Hawassa University and Wondo College of Forestry and Natural Resources specifically, because it is and these activities lie in one of our major goals, other teaching, doing research, and also community service activities. The curriculum development, as well as also contributions through teaching materials, were supporting our teaching activities. We have so many times we have shared this with our staff, with our faculty, and hopefully everyone is in the area is using these things to enrich their teaching learning activities. And also the greenhouse gas measurement equipment, two of them which we were really supported with, were supporting field, especially they are very much suited to measuring greenhouse gases in the field. So they were really very important in combination to what we already have in our lab. And And also, there were supporters, which maybe Professor didn't mention. There were supporters to our PhD and MSc students to do the research also, in some way throughout for the last 2 years, as well as also this year, MSc research, as well as PhD research, and also faculty publications were being supported through this project in a very transparent and competitive way. Also, the contribution from this project in enhancing our profile, even to the international level, was also very important. It was through the support of this project that we were able to participate and also present in the last 2 COP conferences. The first one was, I think, in Poland, in which the previous dean, Dr. Grima, participated. And then in the last COP, myself and Dr. Masale were invited, and Dr. Masale was able to join and then even give presentation. And this kind of lifting our profile to that level, not only participation, but also giving presentation and enabling others to understand what we are doing was also, I think that was an immense contribution from the project. So, if I take it in general, these activities were directly linked to our major goals: the teaching, the research, and the community service. So that was one of the things. And the other thing, as I said yesterday, this project focused on climate change and forest. And this by itself, for us, for Ethiopia, is a very good intervention, because as you have seen also in the NDCs, this country wants to focus more on forestry, because it's not because forestry is one of the 4 pillars in the CRG, in our climate resilient green economy. It's also because this forestry is also anchoring other 2 pillars, the agriculture as well as the energy sector. So the activities, the support, the capacity building, everything that is going around climate change and forest issues in Ethiopia are beyond the sector. It is almost a cross-sectoral, and I can say it is a national issue when it comes to the emission that we have as one of the developing countries, which is like 87% is being contributed from only agriculture and forestry. So focusing in this area is really of the project is what makes it a kind of very timely as well as very good intervention to the nation, not only to our college. And the other very important thing which came to not Wondo Genet but Ethiopia itself with this project is the issue of Article 6. The issue of Article 6. So far, we have been working with the CDM. We have we have CDM project like the Humbo one, and even if the result-based payment is not yet secured, we are struggling with RED+. But what other mechanisms are there internationally? And so with this, the introduction of Article 6, not only to the curriculum of our college, but also to be discussed at national level is something very noble with this project. And probably that is also where we have to exploit more in the future, exploit more, intervene more, build capacity. you know, it will make us a kind of it will give a very good level to the project as well as to the college if we try to intervene in this direction. So with this project also, it's now at the last year of the project, but we have already started to see the fruits. Like, for example, it's because of this collaboration that we are hoping for the upcoming restoration project, which is going to which the Triple GI is the main applicant. There also, Wondo Genet will be participating as one of the partners with some interventions. So we have already started to see the fruits of this, but we have to also look into other also collaboration areas. Can KOICA University in the Wondo Genet College of Forestry or Hawassa University look into opportunities of developing projects that has got training component, training research component, for example, sending these young audiences which you see in this room to one of the KOICA University, or having kind of joint PhD program between Wondo Genet and KOICA University, where students can have some of their time at Wondo Genet and the other time in KOICA, being supervised by a boss, and also even the MSc program. So one of the areas which I would like to put on table for future discussion before this project ends is also if we can have this kind of collaboration with KOICA University, for example, if there are opportunities where we can co-develop projects that can contribute to this. I'm saying this because our university, Hawassa University, is designated very recently. Maybe I didn't share this with Professor yet, but our university is designated as research university, one of the 8 research universities in the country, which means that we have to work more in the areas of postgraduate, PhD, and MSc, which are more related to research and also knowledge generation. So with that regard, it will be very useful for our college to lift the profile of the staff itself, because that is one of the criteria to exist in this rank. And so with that regard, maybe can we look into options of developing project together with training and research component, and also project implementation. I think I have to really acknowledge and appreciate how this project is being managed. I think many of the audiences in this room has got some experience of working with project, and some of our staff are also in this room. So we all know how projects are being implemented, and whether it is small or a big projects, we always go into extensions sometimes, and no cost extensions, things like that. But with this project, we are almost like very efficiently finalizing within the given time. And even under the COVID situation, I know what we are trying to do with MR review with the Norwegian embassy. What are going to be affected by COVID, what are not, so the workshops postponed, things like that. But there are a lot of things that we can learn from this project in also timely accomplishing projects. And also, whenever I have a meeting with our MRV team, this is one of the things which I always mention to them. The visibility, the website you have seen with this project, everything is there. The events and also the materials that can be used by anyone who can visit this website. It's also there. So the work on the visibility as a background, the work of your assistants and who are managing this project back from home is also really highly appreciated. And it was smooth, I can say. There are also things which can learn from this, which can be discussed, which are related to the culture between the two, and the research as well as project cultures, and those are something to learn from and then discuss in the future. But I can say that it was the whole project management was very nice, strict, and timely. So if I have to summarize, it was fruitful because it was completely in line with our objectives. What has been the project activities were really, they directly fit into one of these activities, these goals. And also it is a right intervention nationally, as forestry is, as I said, is a key sector now, with about 60% of the emission abatement potential in the future, and also beyond carbon timber, like I said yesterday, all the spillover effect of intervention into forestry sector is huge. And so with that also, it's appealing nationally, and we are already seeing future fruits like the project which are going to have with Triple GI, and still we need to look into opportunities to broaden our collaboration. So this is what I would like to say. Saying this, I would like to thank all partners, including, for example, KOICA, which supported this project financially. It was really a very good support, and all the people from KOICA were always with us, even during different workshops, and that was really highly appreciated. And it's not only the KOICA, the people from KOICA, but the Korean embassy itself, the support, and then the very good welcome from the activities of this project, which we saw in a very friendly fashion. It was very supportive for us, the Triple GI and the others, and the Korea people participating from Korea University, and yourself, Professor Chung. The coordination was very nice. And I would like to also thank Dr. Dong-Kyun because he was the one leading coordinating from our side for 2 years before Dr. Danabo recently took over his task. So he was also from the initiation to also bringing this project to this level. His contribution was so huge. So I would also like to thank him. So thank you very much, all participants. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dean, for your words. And then now I'd like to, before moving to Dr. Park, I'd like to hear from Dr. Denabo for some words. So floor is yours, Dr. Denabo.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Professor Chung and your team. I really appreciate, and I was privileged to have chance to join this KOICA project. I really appreciate, and I thank Dr. Motuma also for giving me this opportunity. And since I joined the project, I have positive experiences, and I do share most of the comments given by Dr. Motuma, especially regarding how we are handling the activities of the projects between this pandemic, while we are constrained with most of other activities. It is because of your able support and active communications we are progressing well. I really appreciate that, and it's a good lesson for us also. And I really appreciate and value what we are doing here. We are the KOICA project is trying to build the human capacity of our college and at national level also. That's one of the key resources this country has. If we build our human capacity, that will take us ahead to progress in terms of economy and protecting our environment also. So I hope the participants of this workshop will use the valuable knowledge and experiences we have learned from the presenters, highest level, highly skilled presenters from Korea side and other international scholars. So I hope we are progressing well with the activities planned for this year. And it is because of your dedication and your team and the support we are having. I hope we will accomplish successfully the remaining tasks, and also we will take the cooperation to the next level, as Dr. Motuma said. And before I end my remarks, because it is too late to go, I have to give chance to others. I really thank all the participants who have been following the workshop successfully. It is beyond my expectation. I thought we would have some challenges regarding the internet connection, but I would say it is a successful workshop, and thank you very much, all of you. And that's what I can say, and thank you all of you, especially Professor Chung and your team from Korea. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, as I said, that there were several active, partner organizations in the Korea side, and including CSDLAP, Center for Climate and Sustainable Development Law and Policy. And then actually, personally, I'm also directing the center, but most of activities done through Dr. Dong-Kyun Park. So he deserved, representing CSDLAP today. And that Dr. Park has been instrumental in implementing planned activities from the beginning until now. So now I'd like to give floor to Dr. Park for his some words.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. It was my honor to join this project. I didn't even know that this was happening, but somehow I enjoyed with the invitation of Professor Chung, and I spent for 2 years with this project, and I came to understand Ethiopia and some African situations. Well, I would like to make 2 or 3 points here, and I'm happy to see the full support of Hawassa University and faculty members, staff, and students. Their full participation was, extraordinarily and kind and generous to make this project successful. But I am sorry, I feel sorry, we couldn't spend more time with the professors and students, such as maybe we can open some the intensive course during the summertime, and with one of your professors and then Korean University together, and then teach or share the carry out the research on the field. That was maybe lead to the good output of the scientific outputs or the educational outputs, but due to many the situations, we couldn't do this, open this kind of the intensive course for the students. And also for the future, we see the project for the restoration of the degraded land or introducing this RDDD program or carbon credit market. The project will be handled by the GGGI and Hawassa University. That is kind of the practical project and introduced in the field. But for the academic side, maybe the under the support of Mr. Sin, he knows very well about those situations, and also the Professor Chung. Maybe we can start another new project just for the academic and the university and for the students. I mentioned about that for the making Ethiopia green, and then 22 million hectares to be planted by 2030. So for this, you should have to produce good young seedlings. That means the nursery management on the field. We have good nursery management, but not the systematic or some containerized the systematic the greenhouse. So produce mass production of good good quality seedlings. So these some kind of the equipment facilities maybe the Hawassa University needed. So I wish to see maybe this year or next year we can initiate another new project just for the Hawassa University and the faculty members and students. And also during the last 3 years, many the Korean experts joined, so we can use their knowledge and power experience. We can work together. So I now understand that there is very difficult situations, but if it's possible, next 2 years we can come up with a new project just for the Hawassa University, and then to support the Hawassa Universities to make this the green Ethiopia. And it was my privilege to join this work with the Dr. Motuma and then Denamo, Dr. Dong-Kyun, and also one of the key member was Dr. Chung. His endless efforts, and then his all this participation was I was very much surprised. As a professors, he spent most of the time for this project from the initiation for 4 years ago, starting there, and then now come up see that the end of this project, but see that the new practical project starting from next year. So I congratulate Dr. Chung and also Dr. Motuma, also Mr. Sin of the KOICA, their dedication. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Park. He has an extensive experience in Korea in forest sector in developing countries. He is one of the very few experts available. And then taking this chance, I would like to show my sincere thanks for his contributions to this work. And then he gave me a pressure already on some of the new initiatives. And then I have only 24 hours. And then usually in Korea, families tend to have not many children, but now I have 3 children to raise, and then that's another challenge to tackle. And then I am involved here and there. So as I said, if I see the highest level of political will, then maybe that's the best way to bring our team back again, right? And then otherwise, I'll be pulled by other needs. But I love Hawassa Lake. The hotel that we went last year for our workshop. I'm sorry we couldn't do this year, but it was wonderful, right? And then I felt very comfortable even bringing the high-level people, leaders in Korea to there. buying, saying that, wow, do you know what? This is one of the best research that you can never go other than this project. Okay, so if there are good things, then we can work together, right? And then even this is not a place where I can talk about many possibilities because it is being recorded. So I don't want to bind myself to something that I wish to happen, but I cannot probably, promise, right? But there are many opportunities that I can see. Okay, so this is the starting point, and then I hope that now from now on that your college may lead Korea University, right? Instead, until now this year, Korea University has more help, to offer, but maybe from next year your college may have more things to offer to us. Have you thought about that? Right? This is possible, right? So it's always good to have good memories together, right? Last thing that I want to mention is that this series of activity has been possible because of the full-time dedication of my team members, staffs, right? I asked them to turn off the video during the workshop, but I don't know whether they can turn on their video. If so, then you can do that. There is Ms. Hall. She is the head of the planning and budget of my center. Ms. Hall has been very much dedicated to this project since she joined this project, my center, last year. And also I have a program coordinator this year, so she has been preparing for this particular workshop. And then I used to have several other student research assistants and some other staffs who used to work for this project. And then it has been possible because of all of their contributions and efforts. And then I cannot avoid mentioning their big contributions to this workshop. Also in Hawassa side, and there is a Getachu here, who has been involved in project from before. And so everybody, this is a consolidated achievements and then activities that we have been built together. So everybody is making the same level of the contributions, I believe. And then we can make actually, world record. I'm only interested in the first record. If I look at my CV, I have many first records. And then talking about Article 6 mechanisms, things like that. Do you know what? I'm talking about the possibly first example in the world. So we are heading toward that direction, I believe, if there would be a good will and political will to work together. Right now, it's time for us to finish our workshop, and then now I'd like to ask Dean Motuma again for your closing remarks. Okay, then we can close.
Okay, thank you very much for inviting me to come again. And as I said, when Professor Chung mentioned about online work possibility for online workshop, as quickly as maybe second week of June, I thought this we might face some kind of challenge like internet connection, even registration, a lot of things. But we said we have to try. And as I can see now, this workshop was really successful. I was looking into the number of participants in the room, and it's still very amazing. And I also had the chance to get feedback from yesterday's performances. So I think it is done, and that was really because of the very good the very good coordinations from both sides. So thank you very much for that. And some of our participants might be using data, and also they might have traveled to get this access to participate in this workshop. So I would like to thank all of them for their dedication to participate in this workshop. So, and actually, it's not only the participants, the speakers, and also the lessons and the knowledge that was shared the last until today from the presenters was very nice. I was I attended even the previous presentation, which give a very good global state of the art in the areas of REDD+ and NDCs. And so I hope that all participants got a very good insight and also very good materials. It was fruitful. So thank you very much for the organizers, and we learned a lot from this. We have to we built confidence in organizing such kind of workshop even for the future. So so this was the first kind of its kind. It is very successful. Thank you very much for all presenters, organizers, and also participants of this workshop. And I hope that it was fruitful. And thank you very much. This is what I can say now.
All right, thank you very much. I also saw many, thankful messages in the chatting room. And even if I cannot invite everybody who left their messages, as overall, I would like to, express my sincere thanks to all of your participation. And then even everybody has been very active in participating in this workshop. I found myself that, organizing workshops, staying in a room, concentrating on the online discussion, it's more difficult. But I saw that everybody has been working really hard. So having said that, I think it's time to say goodbye to meet again. Okay. So this is the end of the 2-day workshop. I know that the survey process is left for those who are supposed to have some sort of training fee from us. So other than that, thank you very much once again. And then I look forward to seeing you again sometime probably in the fall at the college. Okay. All right. Dean Motuma and Dr. Denaba and others, thank you very much again. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
And so you can proceed for the survey. I don't know how to do it. So if you need to make an announcement or whatever, you can do that. Okay. I'm out from now. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, everyone. I will, as I uploaded in the chatting room, you can find the survey link for our workshop. It will be very helpful if you can respond it. And I will also email you with the survey link right now. And thank you for your participation and cooperation for the 2 days. And I hope you will be healthy. Thank you. And you can leave the room. Yep.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.